Hi everyone, welcome to Minute with Miles. Palmitoylethanolamide, or PEA for short, is an ingredient that may someday become the new CBD in terms of popularity. And the reason I say that is because PEA has a wide range of biochemical effects. It's a really exciting molecule, and it turns out that we produce PEA in our brains throughout our entire bodies because it's part of our endocannabinoid system, in some ways. It's not just the chemistry about PEA that interests me, however. PEA has a really fascinating and rich history, and today on Minute with Miles, I want to share this history with you. In the year of 1939, the United States was still grappling with the effects of the Great Depression, and children living in cramped New York City apartments were dealing with the effects of various infectious diseases, and it often left them with symptoms such as rheumatic fever. The bacteriologists Coburn and Moore found that feeding dried egg yolks to children that were too poor to afford eating eggs on their own actually significantly helped them with rheumatic fever and some of these other infectious diseases. They went on to postulate that the escape from poverty would enable children to have healthier lives just through augmenting their nutrition. It's possible that there was something in very, very small quantities in egg yolks that have an anti-inflammatory or an anti-allergic effect that could have really helped these kids. Now, 1939, still, but across the Atlantic Ocean, a second Great War was looming on the horizon. The brilliant physician-scientist Dr. Rita Levi-Montalcini just lost her job due to Benito Mussolini's racist laws barring Jews from academic positions. At the height of World War II, she was forced to flee south to Firenze, Florence. She set up a laboratory in the place where she was staying with her close family friends. Here she continued to study the formation of the nervous system using eggs and studying chicken embryos. And it was ultimately this research that led her to discover nerve growth factor, which won her the Nobel Prize in 1986. At the same time, while she was working on this important research, she was also providing her medical expertise to the Italian anti-fascist partisans that would help to topple the Mussolini regime. Dr. Rita Levi-Montalcini survived the Holocaust and wound up living a long and healthy life, living to be up to 103 years old. Now that's an inspiring story to me, winning the Nobel Prize, helping us understand the nervous system, but what does that have to do with what Coburn and Moore were studying in New York City among those impoverished children in 1939? Well, it turns out that PEA is this small molecule that exists in egg yolks. They found that out in the 50s. After its discovery, Coburn then went on to publish articles suggesting that it was PEA that was behind the beneficial effect of feeding dried egg yolks to these impoverished children. And then it was Dr. Rita Levi-Montalcini that found out in the early 90s that PEA is something that our bodies produce, that our immune cells produce to regulate their function, to regulate inflammation, to regulate the release of histamine and other factors that may cause issues when left unbalanced. Now, if PEA, with all of its numerous properties in terms of regulating cannabinoid receptors, in terms of regulating enzymes that are part of our endocannabinoid system, and therefore helping people accommodate comfort in terms of stress management, joints, gut health, etc. Why isn't it that you haven't heard of this PEA ingredient before? I mean, it seems pretty compelling, right? I can't help but think out loud that PEA might have gotten locked behind the Iron Curtain. Because what happened in the 1970s in the Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, at Škoda Motor Works, this massive factory at the heart of Central Europe where they produce all sorts of industrial materiel, tanks, automobiles, cranes, thousands of people work here. And what they did is assign various individuals to take either placebo or PEA every day throughout the cold season. And they found that people that were given PEA had significant improvements in their overall immune health compared to those that were just given placebo. In fact, it was found that the workers, of which thousands were enrolled in the study, that were given PEA had significant improvements in the amount of time that they dealt with sore throats, headaches. So it seems that PEA might be useful for general immune prophylaxis throughout the cold season. There is certainly some good research to back that up. Based on the potential for this ingredient to really help people, I hope that it becomes more popular in the United States. If you want to find out more, go to cvsciences.com and search for CV Defense. Also, like and subscribe for more Minute with Miles content. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, be well, until next time.